November 121 Mike, you are taxiing runway 11.
Hi, I'm Mike Thompson and welcome to 121 Point Mike. This video is a little bit different, but with the big eclipse coming, for me it'll be a once-in-a-lifetime event. I would like to finally see a total solar eclipse, and I'm sure a lot of you would as well. And I thought to myself, ideally I would like to fly down there, right? And be somewhere in the path. But then, what about this? What if I flew and wanted to prolong the eclipse and stay in the umbra, right? What sort of plane would I choose? Well, I thought this would be a really practical way to do a fun time and distance problem. So I'm going to walk you through how we do time and distance and speed, and let's see what plane we would choose so that we could prolong the eclipse. So I pick a point down here. I'm going to call that Hillsboro, Texas at about 1:41 p.m. And we'll follow the path up here and pick another spot somewhere up here by Cleveland. Looks to be about Lorain, is maybe in the center of this, somewhere just southwest of Lorain. Right about there probably. So let's see when and where. Well, we know where. Let's see when it's going to get there. Yeah, nope. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Okay, and up. That's probably, 2:14 and a half, maybe. 2:14:35. Back it up here and let's play. Right. 2:14:30. I like that. Yeah, 2:14:50 is too far. It starts to kind of stretch out here into an oval. And right. Stop. 2:14:35. I'm going to call it 2:14:30. So that puts it at Lorain, Ohio, at 33 and a half minutes from Hillsboro. So if we go over to SkyVector here, I've picked some airports along the way here in the center of the umbra. I've got Hillsboro, Texas down here. And up here by Lorain, I picked Norwalk, Huron County, 5 Alpha 1. And then there's a couple airports in the middle just so I have different legs. But you can see here that my overall distance is 889.5. Let's be a little bit conservative here to make sure we have enough fuel and just call that an even 890. How about that? So 890 miles is how far we've got to go. And then we saw there with a little bit of subtraction how fast we've got to do it. Let's use the analog E6B here to calculate our time, speeds, and distances. Because ultimately we want speed. We need to know how fast we got to go to stay in the umbra or stay in the center of it. So for time and distance, right, this is what we want. The key is right here on the face of the wheel. And so that makes it a little bit easier in case you aren't terribly familiar with using this. This is what I started with, but definitely check out the electronic E6B video if you want to learn that one. So we know how far we've got to go. We know how fast we got to, and what amount of time we got to do it. And so we're going to be looking for our speed. Now the thing with this is you have to mentally keep track of your decimal points. I said we needed to go 890 miles. So we're looking for 89, which is 80, right? Each of these tick marks around the outside, because it says distance on the outer wheel. We are at 889. So I'll mentally keep track of where the decimal point is. And I said we've got to do it in 33 and a half minutes. So these are in half-minute tick marks here on this scale. This is the A and the B scale and the C scale. The B scale, we're at 33 and a half, so there's 31, 32, 33 and a half over 890, 8.9, okay? So I've got this 1, 2, 3 and a half over my 89. Now, I'll go over to my index arrow and read off the speed that's needed. And it seems like the choice of my plane is pretty clear. It's this one, isn't it? It is 1,600 knots, average over that distance. Well, that's certainly disappointing. I don't have one of those, and you probably don't either. And I think all the ones that I've seen probably aren't airworthy anymore. But anyway, now you know at least a practical, somewhat, not terribly practical use of a time and distance and speed problem. But go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. That'll certainly help me out, as will leaving comments down below and engaging in lively discussion. I'm also on Patreon now, or will be very soon, probably by the time this video comes out. And so thank you for that. And join the community if you can. And thanks for staying with me on 121 Point Mike.